Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. I have some errands to run today, y'all, so I thought you could come with me and we could talk about some things while we're ootin' a boot. I've had some questions about my diet and my exercise plan, what I do, how I do it. My friend Kelly asked me the other day what I eat in a day, and I answered her honestly, but I feel like maybe my answer came across a little, I don't know, flippant, because what I said was I follow Weight Watchers, which I've done for years, decades really, and it's an honest answer. And the reason I typically give that answer instead of sort of breaking down what I do is, one, that it's true, and two, I feel like it's a good answer because Weight Watchers is a plan that allows people to sort of pick and choose what they like and what works for them. So what works for me may not work for anybody else. So I don't really want to say, well, I do this, this, and this, because somebody might look at it and be like, okay, that's gross, that would never work for me. So the way that I do Weight Watchers might not work for them, but if they were to look at the actual plan, they might see that because Weight Watchers is so diverse and the plan is meant to be so individualized that they could make it work for themselves if they just looked at it. So anyway, that's why I give that answer when somebody asks me what I eat in a day or what I do in a day. But then I got to thinking about it and I was like, well, I wonder if when somebody looks at Weight Watchers, because it is such a big plan and there are so many choices, I wonder if that's overwhelming to people. So here's my thought. How about if I show y'all what I eat and what I do in a day with the caveat that this is just me. Like, this is my plan. This is how it works for me. This is what I've figured out over many years and many wrong turns. I've figured out that this is what works for me, but I don't necessarily do Weight Watchers right. There isn't necessarily a right way to do it. And I'm sure that people who are on the plan, when they watch this, they might be like, well, there's a better way to do that, or you need to add more calories here, or take that out and put this in its place and it'll be better for you. This is just how I do it. It's not necessarily the best way. It's certainly not the worst way. It's just how I do it. So I'm going to show y'all what a day looks like for me. My days tend to be pretty much the same. I have two. Like, I have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday day, and then I have a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, I have a Tuesday, Thursday day, and then Saturday, Sundays are a struggle for me because I don't work on those days. So I have a whole lot of time to make bad choices. So I'm going to show you what a typical day looks like for me and explain to you why I do things the way that I do, and hopefully it'll make sense. I do Weight Watchers. I did another video where I talked about some other diet plans that have shown great success and work really well for a lot of people, but Weight Watchers is just what works for me. So that's what I'm going to show you, y'all. Here is what I do and what I eat in a typical day on my Weight Watchers plan. Good morning, friends. Oh, I don't know about this filming first thing in the morning plan, but it is, can you see the clock? There's a clock over there on the wall. It is 4:54. We have been up since 4:30. Got the dogs up. They are eating. I need to get my coffee together so we can go to work. Can you? Hang on. I am up at this ridiculously early hour every day, really, so that I will have time to work, get my I teach online classes from home, so all I'm doing is pouring coffee into a thermos, so y'all don't need to watch that. Plans for a good morning, of course, started last night with preparing the coffee pot so that my coffee would be waiting for me this morning when I got up. I drink my coffee black because I just don't want to mess with the Weight Watchers points, and I actually enjoy it black as long as it's good coffee. So I'm up at 4:30 so that I have time to get my teaching materials together so that I know that I have everything that I need for my classes together. And then that gives me time to work out in the mornings before, just tripped over the mat on the floor. That gives me time to work out in the mornings before I get my day started. So the dogs are up. They just ate their breakfast. They are very ready to get their little day started. So let me get them ready, get them settled. We'll go upstairs and we will see y'all in the office. All right, see y'all in a minute. Y'all, we're in the office. The dogs are fed, medicated. They're good to go. Let me get some coffee. I need to get my work done. I have to send my students their whatever we're working on for the day. I need to send them ahead of time so they can print and be ready to work for the day. And then I will plan my Peloton workout, because I have discovered that typically if I plan a workout ahead of time, I will do what I've planned. So Peloton gives you the option of stacking workouts. So I figure out how much time I have to work out, do myself like a little workout stack, and then, like I said, typically once I've arranged a workout, when I get downstairs or wherever it is that I'm working out, if I have the workout arranged, I will do whatever it is that I have planned to do. So I need to do that. And I've discovered that if I make my plan before I get out there, I make a much better plan, because I can, on the Peloton app, you can look at like who the trainer is and what the music is huge for me. So what the music is and how long the workout is. And of course I have a set amount of, everybody has a set amount of time. I'm not special, but I have a set amount of time that I can work out. So I figure out exactly what I want to do, plan my workout, and then go do it. So I need to do that. Let me show y'all this. I need to check my workout tracking in my journal. I need to fill in, I did make my yoga tracker, so I need to fill that in. I think I'm done with my yoga workout. My yoga works out. Remember that? I need to fill in my tracker and make sure that's done. And then I need to fill in my strength workout tracker and see where I am with that. I think I'm 4 workouts shy on the month for my strength tracker. But let me show y'all the tracker that I use to keep up with how many minutes of workouts I've done. Remember, I'm trying to do 40,000 minutes on the Peloton platform for the year. And I fell behind my goal last week when I got sick. If you can see my sort of insane looking graphic here, so this is the week number that we're on, and obviously the days across the top. And then I showed y'all this a couple weeks ago, the little flip over thing of how many minutes I need to work out each day to be on track. Well, then I just made little boxes where I could write down how many minutes I actually work out. So then beside it, I put if I'm minus or over for the day, and then I keep a running total of how I'm doing for the week. And so you can see last week I was negative because I did 0 minutes on Monday. Well, now, as of yesterday, I am caught up. So I am now 13 minutes over because I just carried that negative over because I knew I was going to just have to chip away at it. So now we're all caught up. Now all I have to do is not ever fall behind again, and we're all good. So that is the plan. Y'all, I am going to work for a while, get some coffee in me, because I'm about to fall over because we had our show last night. And then I stayed up too late reading The Villa, which you will see me talking about on another vlog. It is a fantastic book. That's a little preview for you. So I'm going to drink some coffee, get ready to work out. I don't eat before I work out, which I know people are cringing right now, but I can't eat in the morning before I work out. So I will drink some coffee, do some work, and then check back in with y'all before I head downstairs to work out. All right, see you in a little while. I am heading out to get on the bike, y'all. I have a good workout planned. I have almost 2 hours to work out this morning, and I'm starting a little bit early. I usually start at 6:30, which is when my friends start their show, so I usually listen to them while I'm working out, but I'm a little bit early, so I can read a little bit while I'm out there before their show starts. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to work out, ride the bike, maybe do an arm workout depending on how I feel after I ride for a bit. Then I'll come in and we'll make breakfast together. All right, so I'll see y'all then. Workout's done, y'all. It is about 8:20. So I'm going to eat breakfast and then get in the shower and get ready for work. I eat a big breakfast because I'm hungry now after working out, and I try to eat a lot and not use a whole bunch of my points because I like to have a lot of points left over at the end of the day or left at the end of the day in case I'm hungry later. So I ate some fruit. I always eat a banana. I usually try to get in an apple too because that's really filling, at least for me. I have some Greek yogurt. Y'all, I mentioned before that Greek yogurt is now 0 points. It used to be, for me, it was 0 points up to 3 tablespoons, and then beyond that it had points. Not a ton of points, but it had points. So now Greek yogurt is 0 points no matter how much you eat. So I eat Greek yogurt with frozen fruit, but I prepare my fruit like with my coffee. My breakfast preparation starts the night before as well. So I scoop some fruit into a bowl, stick it in the fridge, and then I use this with my Greek yogurt. So all of that together, no matter how much I eat, is 0 points. The dog is going crazy because he gets a bite of my banana. So he's losing his mind right now thinking I've forgotten what I'm doing. So Greek yogurt with fruit, and then I have half a cup of Cheerios with half a cup of unsweetened silk almond milk, and 1/2 cup of the almond milk is 0 points. Half a cup of Cheerios is 1 point. So my entire breakfast altogether is 1 point. So that's what I eat for breakfast. I might have a couple of oranges as well, but of course oranges are fruit, so they're 0 points. So that's breakfast, y'all. And y'all, I'm not gonna have you watch me eat because nobody wants to see that. So I'm gonna eat, jump in the shower, and then get to work. All right, y'all, we are breakfast. We are showered. Now I got to get to work. I need to teach a couple of classes, and then I have rather a long lunch break just because of how my schedule is. So I'm going to run an errand before I eat lunch, and then we'll talk about what we're having for lunch and then eat lunch together. All right, so let's get upstairs, get settled in the office, and get to work. Y'all, it's lunchtime and I am hungry. I know, I had that big old breakfast. Don't judge me, I'm hungry. So I am going to make a sandwich. I usually have either a 4-point sandwich or a 1-point salad for lunch. I'm going with the sandwich today mostly because I'm almost done reading my book and I want to read while I eat lunch. And it's easier to read and eat a sandwich than a salad. So here's what I'm gonna have. I have this keto-friendly, low-cal Sara Lee bread, so that's what I'm going to use. It's 2 points for 2 slices. So I'm going to use that bread with mustard, and then 1 ounce each of ham and turkey. So each of those is 1 point. And then I'm going to use a whole bunch of lettuce, tomato, and cucumber. And y'all, that's it for my sandwich. And then I'm going to eat some sliced carrots with this 0 point ranch dip that I make. And y'all, I'll show you how I make this ranch dip. And I think I'm gonna have a couple of deviled eggs that I make with Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise. Y'all, I don't like it as much as I do if they're made with mayonnaise, but it's 0 points if I make it with Greek yogurt. So I'll show you how I do those as well. And I'll also show you how I do tuna with Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise. Again, not as good as with mayonnaise, but it's also 0 points. So I can use as much of the Greek yogurt as I want, so it's very creamy, and I don't have to worry about any points. And like I think I mentioned when I was making breakfast, I like to have big meals with few points early in the day so that later in the day I have a lot of points left over in case I'm hungry and I want to eat something that has a higher point value. Some people spread out their points throughout the day. I like to save my points for the end of the day, and then if I use them, I use them, and if not, some of them roll over and some of them just don't. But I'm just more comfortable doing it that way, and I have absolutely zero anxiety over what I can and can't eat. So y'all, I'm gonna make a sandwich, read my book, and then get back to work. Whew, y'all, that was a long day. I am tired, I am hungry. I think I am going to do a little bit of yoga before I eat dinner because I've been sitting all day and I just feel like I need to move a little. So I'm going to do a quick yoga stretch and then I'm going to make myself some dinner. The intern is out. He's having dinner with some friends, so I am on my own. So I think I'm just going to heat up some leftover white rice. I'll have a cup of white rice, which is 6 points. Brown some ground turkey with some onions, that's 0 points. And then throw in some black beans, which is also 0 points. And I think that's it. I might throw in some corn, I might not, I don't know. That'll be a game time decision. But even if I do add the corn, that's 0 points. So the only points in that dish will be the 6 points for the cup of white rice. So that'll be 6 points for dinner. I might have a snack later, but I don't think so, y'all. I'm tired. So I'm going to do some yoga, make some dinner, and then sit on the couch and read a book. And then tomorrow, y'all, we'll talk about a few, maybe not point saver dishes, but some point shaver dishes. So they don't knock off a whole lot of points, but it's a few points. And I feel like if you save a few points here and there throughout your day, it just sort of loosens things up. So if you do tend to worry about the points that you eat, this just makes it a little bit less stressful. So I'm going to do some yoga, eat dinner, and then we'll talk about those things tomorrow and probably talk about a salad too. Because like I said, for lunch, I tend to sort of volley back and forth between a 1-point salad and that 4-point sandwich that I had today. So I'll show you the salad tomorrow. Morning, y'all. It's Saturday morning. I just want to check. Ow, just whacked my knee on the drawer. Just want to check in and say, hey, my weekend mornings look about the same as every other day. I'm up at 4:30. Well, this morning I hit the snooze. I was up at 4:40. But I still like to work in the mornings and then work out before I have to get to whatever I need to do. So I have a live show this morning that I do with Alex on TPS Report on Locals. So I need to eat breakfast and get to that. And y'all, I am seriously the most boring eater ever. My breakfast is the exact same today as it was yesterday. The only thing that ever really might change is I might have some different fruit, but even that, I always eat a banana because I don't know. I feel like I read somewhere that the potassium will help with muscle cramps, and I work out a lot. I eat a banana every day and I don't get muscle cramps. So is it the bananas? I don't know, but I eat a banana every day. So I'm going to eat this, do the show, get some work done. I'll probably work out some more later. I rode for a while this morning, but not as long as usual. It's really the only difference in my mornings is how long I have to ride. But who cares, right? Seriously, who cares? So I'm going to do that, do some work, and then I'm going to have a salad for lunch today because that's really the only difference in my eating is I'll either have that sandwich we had yesterday or a salad. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am the most boring Weight Watchers eater ever because I eat the same thing all the time just because it's easy for me and I like to. And then I don't have to calculate my points. I just know, like I figured them out once and I know what they are. And I just have to figure them out when the program changes. Weight Watchers is very individualizable, if that's even a word, that you can make it work for you. And if you want to eat something different every meal, every day, you can. You just got to map your points. So let me eat this before my cereal gets completely soggy, go to work, and then I'll be back for lunch. We'll make a salad, and then I'll show you some other things that I use Greek yogurt for. I need to make my salad dressing today, so I'll show you how I do that. I know I've shown you before, but I'll show you again how I make my low point light buttermilk salad dressing and a couple of other things. And then y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because I feel like this vlog has been going on forever. So I'll see y'all at lunchtime. It's lunchtime, y'all. I'm done working and go figure, I'm hungry. I'm gonna have a salad, but I'm almost out of my salad dressing, so I figured I needed to make some. We may as well make it together. What I use for salad dressing is a homemade light buttermilk dressing. I use a tablespoon of that with a tablespoon of Hidden Valley Ranch light dressing. I mix them together because my homemade dressing isn't very thick, but it's 0 points for 1 tablespoon. So I use 1 tablespoon of that, 1 tablespoon of the Hidden Valley Ranch, which is 1 point. So then it's 1 point for the whole conglomeration. So here's how I make my dressing. It's 1 cup of light buttermilk, 1/8 of a cup of low-fat plain Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, about a tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of basil, and half a tablespoon of ginger. Then just whisk it up and refrigerate. I have just a couple more things that I want to share before I go, y'all. I keep this ranch seasoning on hand because I found that it's just a good go-to seasoning, and I use it specifically for a couple of things. I wouldn't even call these recipes, y'all. They're really just ideas. One of them I eat all the time. I mentioned it yesterday when I was making my sandwich for lunch, and it's the ranch dip that I use for my carrots. All that is some plain, low-fat Greek yogurt with this ranch seasoning, and I throw in either some garlic salt or some onion salt because the ranch seasoning can be sweet. So the garlic salt or onion salt cuts down on that sweetness. Then I use some actual salt, and y'all, it's really good. I eat it all the time. The other thing that I do is I'll take the same low-fat plain Greek yogurt, mix in a little bit of the ranch dip, some salt, and use that in place of mayonnaise in tuna salad or deviled eggs. Again, I throw in some salt to cut down the sweetness, and it's not the same as making it with mayonnaise or light mayonnaise, but I feel like it's a good 0-point alternative. Y'all, that's it for what I do and eat in a day on Weight Watchers. I hope this has given you some ideas or maybe some guidance in your plan. Let me know if you have any questions for me or if you have any suggestions of things that you eat on Weight Watchers or ways that you've been successful on your Weight Watchers plan. Y'all, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you haven't already done so, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I upload new food and fitness videos on Monday with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.